Hello class, I hope you guys are enjoying the snow day. Since we didn't get to meet today, I wanted to make a video and show you a few things that you need to know for your assignments for this week. The first thing is that you'll see I'm in Noodle Tools on my project list, the Ben Franklin project, which is the one that you should have a copy of. If you don't yet, the link to it is on my Edline page. You can just click on it and then click copy and copy it right to your Noodle Tools account. But I'm going to open up, that project is already open. When I click on it, it takes me to the dashboard. When you are in your project, when you get to your dashboard, which you'll know, it says it right at the top of the screen or up here on this menu bar, it will be in yellow. You'll notice that the very first box up here has the name of your project. It has something here that says research question, and then it has here thesis, main claim, hypothesis. We are going to fill these in this week. So as you have been researching, hopefully you have learned enough about your topic that you can ask a question. For this sample project that I have here, I've asked the question, how did Ben Franklin influence America and the world? And so that, is kind of what all my notes have to do with. And so you'll notice that if you click that little box, you'll be able to type your question in there and just click submit. And then same thing for your thesis. Now I've put some handouts on Edline and some directions on the assignment sheet regarding some information you need to read about thesis statements before you try to put yours in here. But once you have written a thesis statement, this is where you are going to enter it on Noodle Tools. You'll come right here to this box, you'll click, you'll type it in. This is an example for this project. Ben Franklin used his remarkable talents to impact both domestic and foreign American politics, to explore and develop scientific theories and inventions, and to leave an impactful legacy of words. And I don't really like that part, so I can change it if I want to. I'm going to click submit, and then you'll notice that I am then going to leave the dashboard and go over to the note card section of my project. Now in the note card section, hopefully you're familiar with this area because you have been making note cards for the last 2 weeks. As you know, you could be on the bibliography page on that screen if you'd like, and from each source that you have recorded, you can start right there and come over from the source and click new, and that's a way to create note cards. Or you can work directly from the note card screen by clicking on note cards in that menu bar and then looking at what we call the note card tabletop. And in that case, you would just click this green button to start a new note card. But I'm not going to talk to you so much about creating note cards today, because like I said, we've talked about that before, and hopefully you've already done that. But what I am going to talk to you here about is organizing your note cards and using your note cards. You'll notice that on the note card tabletop, we also have the outline section right here. And I wanted to show you how this works. You already have an outline. We wrote a skeleton outline a couple of weeks ago, and that was just a basic outline. I've given you some examples on Edline. Hopefully as you research, you may be able to make your outline a little bit more specific, but basically you want your outline to match your thesis statement. And if you'll notice here, because some of your notes may end up being useful in your introduction and maybe even in your conclusion, we do want to include those on this outline in Noodle Tools, because making the outline here, we're going to make our topics, we're going to put those in here as Roman numerals and then as A and B, and then we're going to be able to take these. If you'll notice, like here it says introduction, and this is a note card. See how that's kind of a small card, but there's a note card over here called lifespan. And I wanted to show you also about this down in the bottom left of the screen, if you'll see where my pointer is, notice that there is a sort of an overview of the note card tabletop. Sometimes you will sort of lose your note cards and you'll think, where in the world are they? If you'll look down here, this shows you there's like a faint little rectangle right here, and that shows that little rectangle is actually what I'm seeing here. See how there's no note cards in here and there's no note cards in this tiny rectangle? But if I take this, if I click it and drag it over here around all these little dots, this is kind of like a little bird's eye view, you'll see that my note cards have come back to me. So that's kind of the way you can move around. If you lose your note cards, use this little bottom left corner to find them. But if you'll notice here, there's a note card here called Lifespan. See, there's one here called Lifespan. See how it has this little check mark in it? That means that it is in my outline already. And so what I did basically is I took this note card and I just moved it over here and stuck it where I wanted it to go, because his lifespan is something that I found out, and something that I put on a note card, and something that I'm going to want to talk about in the introduction, because that's sort of an overview of his life. That's what works for this person of influence kind of topic. But anyway, I've got I want to put in all of my main outline parts first. I want to get these in here so that I can then have a place to drag these note cards and organize these note cards that I've made. So to add things to the outline, what we would do is we would click on this add button, this green button, and you see how it added, topic 6, and let's just say another part. We're just going to call it that because I don't really need another part. But if you'll look, I can do that, and then if I want to move it somewhere, I use these up and down arrows. This is kind of like, and so I would just take it and move it. See how it, as I move it up, it changes the number like that. Became 4 and this became 5 and my conclusion became 6. And if I wanted to, I could actually make that, I could use this button to move it in or out. This changes its level. So if I click it like that, see how that became C, because it was no longer on the level of the numbers. It became, went to the right and it was on the level of the letters. And then if I click the left arrow, it jumps back out, becomes 4 again. If I move it down, it becomes, get it all the way down here to 6. And if I decide that I did not need it, I just click and it'll ask me, am I sure that I want to delete it? Because if I had put a bunch of stuff with it, it would take all that with it also, and I haven't put anything there, so I can say yes. So that is how you're going to build your outline. So one of the first things you need to do, obviously, before you can organize your note cards, is you're going to need to put your outline in. So if you will just begin, you're going to click the plus arrow, you're going to have Roman numeral 1, you're just going to type introduction. Then you're going to click again and it's going to give you a 2, and you're going to fill in whatever your first point is on your skeleton outline. So if it was like a physical impact of a disaster, or if it was the different jobs that are available within a career field, so that would go right here. That's going to be the skeleton outline just had our body sections. So the 1 on the skeleton outline is going to be the 2 right here. And then the next thing, which was 2 on your skeleton, is going to be 3. You'll put it here, and then you'll click every time you're clicking this plus button to add another Roman numeral to your outline. So then number 4, the third body section, that's going to be whatever you have as number 3 on your skeleton outline. You're going to put that there. You're also going to be adding, your A's and B's. Now remember, when you add something, it's going to start out at this outer level. It's going to be a number, but all you have to do to change it to a letter is to click this little right button, and it will become the letter. So like you'll do 1, introduction, 2, whatever that first point was on your outline. Then you'll click this add button again, and you'll get Roman numeral 3, but if you click the right arrow, it'll become the A, and you can fill in whatever was A on your skeleton outline. Then you'll get B. And so that's the way you're going to operate until you have your outline filled in, and you can go ahead and put the Roman numeral 5 and just write the word conclusion. And then your outline will be done. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, clean up my project. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this video at this point. So basically this was how to add your research question, your thesis statement, and how to add your outline to Noodle Tools. And I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then I'm going to record another video where I talk to you about how to organize your note cards and how to place them on your outline. So I'll end this one, and you'll be looking for another video after this.